Okay, just put in the middle. Are we ready? It says live on YouTube. All right. And I think we're ready. Okay.
Okay.
And this is TikTok.
Yes, TikTok.
Oops, what did I just do?
You know your screen is touch screen, right?
I know, I just messed up. Cancel. Let me see if I can do it. No, is it still live? Okay.
Yeah, you just have to be careful.
Careful with it.
Hey guys, we just gotta get it ready right now. Okay.
Okay, we got it. I think we all sit now. All right. No, what? How you gonna sit up? We haven't even started our thing yet.
I was trying to take a sip. I'm sorry.
Are you hot? You feel a little hot.
It's muggy in here. But anyway.
You feel muggy. You look muggy too.
I look okay, whatever.
We look alike. Do we look
all
alike?
Right. Hello everyone. Social media.
Hey everybody. It's us, the Holloways.
YouTube, social media, Facebook. Hey, how you guys doing?
TikTok. Oh, there he goes.
But anyway, hey, how you guys? This is Coffee Talk with Jim and Ash. I'm Jim.
And I'm Ash. Hold on. And bump and sip.
All right, that's our sip. So was that our last bit of community coffee?
That was there? It. That was all our community coffee.
Okay, if anybody has any suggestions on some other coffee brands we can try, please recommend them. We do accept recommendations. Any other coffee brands we can try. And
look up here.
Yeah, so any other coffee brands we can try, please, that was community coffee. We just ran out. So this is our last, sip of the month as far as this is actually the last.
I wonder how do people know we're on here, because Diddy Oil is back.
No, they follow us, they get notification when we come on.
Oh, okay.
That's what happens. So that's just.
Thank you for following us, Diddy Oil. Thank you so much. It makes a world of a difference, I guess. To know we have a follower. I feel so.
Hello, Tyler. How you doing?
Okay.
Big Russ, how you doing?
So our topic today is to segregate or not to segregate. But before we get in on our topic, I'm gonna have a few marriage pointers. And what we talked about today in Sunday school class was being intentional, right? Was it intentional,
no,
proactive or reactive in your relationships, your marriage relationships? Okay. So what do they mean by that, Jamal?
Proactive. Okay, so testimony of a couple that got up in Sunday school today. They the husband all of a sudden, they were driving to church. It was during Easter time, and all of a sudden, the wife was telling him about something, saying it wasn't done perfectly.
No, let me.
Start off. I'm gonna get there. So basically, she was saying, "Hey, this wasn't done right. That wasn't done right," and then the husband just explodes all of a sudden. And say, hey, you just such a negative Nancy, blase, you this and that and that. You always want things to be this way. You always focus on the negative.
I'm tired of our fake family.
And I'm tired of our fake family. So if anybody goes to our church or Sunday school, they probably didn't know who we're talking about, but we're not for their privacy, because we're not going to say their names. But basically, what happened was, something kept building up until he allowed a situation with his wife to build up until he exploded like a volcano. So the lesson was today, be proactive. Like if it's something that's bothering you about your spouse, then it's best to be proactive and just talk to them about it, So instead of just letting it build over time, then it's no.
But what happens if your spouse doesn't want to talk about the situation at that time? Like, say for instance, I come to you and I'm like, hey, Jamal, I really want to talk to you about this. And then you just ignore me. What do you do?
What do you do? So, of course, you always pray, but if you let your spouse know that, this is really important to you, if you can, try to schedule a time to talk about it. But as I said before, and some another couple disagreed, but two other couples agreed with me. Is say if because people have different personalities. Like my wife and I, although we're married and we love each other, we had two completely
very
different
opposites. We're opposites, and I didn't even know we were opposites until we got married.
What do you mean? How do you?
Well, we were dating. I thought we were similar.
No, how can you not? We were all.
That's right. People always thought,
No, it was always opposites.
How was we opposites? You tell me that.
We liked each other and loved each other.
But how are we opposites? Tell me that.
I mean, before you married me, you knew I like anime. You didn't like anime.
No, I didn't.
So exactly, that's one thing that was opposite.
That's okay.
That's why we had different likes.
But we like mostly the same stuff. the point is, guys, that we're getting
Personalities are
to.
different, so yeah.
It's okay to have different personalities. I mean, opposites attract. I think they really do.
But I was going to before get to your
But
point.
let me just rehearse what you just said.
Go ahead.
And you said that you have to be proactive rather than reactive in your marriage. And so, just to summarize what Jamal is saying is that you don't want to let stuff build up, and then react to it. You want to jump on it right when it happens, and so that's called being proactive. You want to go to do things in advance.
You don't want to jump on right when it happens because that's still being reactive. You want to jump on
before it happens.
There you go.
There you go. Proactive. Yeah. See, I told you we had a lot in common.
Okay, so that's being proactive. So can you give an example of that? Want me to give an example of it?
Okay, so say I have an issue, and I did. This is a small issue, but I went to Jamal. We was at the gym, and I said, Jamal, I'm not gonna tell you the issue, but I said, Jamal, the reason why this, and this, the reason why I reacted this way is because at certain times of the day, I cannot tolerate certain things going on because of such and such and such. I'm not getting into details. And I told him, and he heard me, but he didn't say anything, so I just let it be. It didn't bother me. He didn't. Why didn't you respond? Remember when I came to you, we was at the gym on the elliptical. I was like, Jamal, the reason I don't want to really tell the story.
Oh yeah, no, that's all right.
You didn't respond.
I did respond to you.
No, you didn't. You thought you did. Maybe in your head you responded.
No, well, we had a conversation about it later, though. I said
no, we didn't.
You the one told me this morning we had a conversation about it. You said that let's go ahead and let it continue to go on for a month or two.
That was before. Okay. Well, let me give a different example since I can't really expound on that one too much. Let me give another example.
Yeah, we talking in code right now.
We are talking in code. We are
so we don't want to. We want to keep it cold. But go ahead.
Let me give another example. Okay.
If you need help, just let me know.
You can step in because we have so many stories, guys. We're so transparent about our marriage. It's not too much that we keep a secret. Jamal sometimes gets on me because I'm a little bit too honest, but I feel like sometimes honesty is the best thing because
it's not about being too honest. You're too detailed in your honesty.
Because some people may be going through what you're going through or what you've been through. You may be able to help somebody else. That's like, man, we went through that same thing, and if they went through it, how did they go through it? So that's why I think the reason why Jamal and myself are so transparent and open and honest with people is because we don't like putting on a front as if, oh, every day is just happy-go-lucky. We don't ever argue. We don't ever fight. We don't ever disagree. This is Facebook. This is TikTok, social media. People put on really big fronts, but we really come out here and are ourselves. Am I telling the truth?
Yeah, you tell the truth. Some people put on big fronts, and then some people are not completely honest when it comes to marriage sometimes. But yes, it's what it is. But let's go back to the topic at hand, being proactive. Let me just give you an example. So say if like I'm doing something that like a project or something like that in the house or a couple of projects, and I don't quite do them the way I actually want, like envision me finishing or get into the task. So maybe I'm not even doing it like in a timely fashion, all right? And then after that, but eventually I do finish the task. But what happens is Ashley's like, well, you didn't do it right, and she always like, comments on it. And each time she comments or tells me something about the task I'm trying to do, it bothers me, but I don't say anything. And then finally, after so many times of like her telling me, or sometimes people want to use nag, like about it's not going the way she likes it, or it doesn't look right or whatever, I just blow up on it, like, I did this and all this, blah, 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 blah. You don't like all the other stuff I did. You don't even care. You only focus on the things I didn't do, things like that. So now to be proactive on my part as a husband or spouse, as our husband, I say, okay, all right, Ashley, I get what you're trying to say, but I'll be, appreciative if you like also look at the things that I do, like, that I do right. I might not do this exactly right. I got it. I completely understand that, but could you please acknowledge the things that you do, like, because a lot of men, and I'm not gonna say all of them, but it's a lot, but definitely a lot of us, I say, love language is the words of affirmation. We like to be told. Love language is words of affirmation. We like to be told like we're doing something good, especially when we're giving effort into any particular situation.
And as a female, certain things like I'm learning and growing, and as we've been married for like 14 years, But as a female, I don't need the words of affirmation. I don't need you to tell me I'm doing a good job. And so for me to be like, oh, you cut the grass so good, it's like, okay, it's just to me, it's something normal. It's not anything abnormal. So like what I find, and y'all might find this trivial, but when we go to the gym and work out, I cheer my husband on because, when I tell people, look at his biceps, I really am saying his biceps are getting bigger. But it makes him keep going because now he knows, okay, my wife is proud of me. I'm sure she's showing my biceps off. So I have to get bigger and bigger. And so I do know that giving them, compliments and encouragement will make the man do more. And so I have to learn that. I'm not a negative person, but I just.
But you also have to be sincere about it too, though.
But I am sincere.
I mean, in general, like just don't just say words just to say it. Just to like, oh, I'm gonna say something positive today.
Like if you wash the dishes, I ain't gonna say, oh, baby, you wash those dishes so good. That's so fake, y'all. That is so fake.
You have to be sincere about it when it comes to words.
And that's the thing. Like if he washes the dishes, right? I feel like that's just something to do. I don't feel like I need to tell you, good job, thanks for washing the dishes. I'm like, but if that's what your spouse needs, then that may be what your spouse needs. But if you told me thank you for washing the dishes, I'll be like, okay.
Yeah, so it's not just washing dishes, but basically it's like, okay, cool. There's a lot of things that get done for men anyway. For men, there's a lot of things that get done that get overlooked. It's like, it's like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, there's these few other things I didn't do, but look, like, at least I did this. Imagine if I didn't do these other things. If I didn't do that, if I didn't do these other things, it'd be much worse. Our situation. So yeah, but that's basically
proactive versus reactive. So anybody that's in a relationship, and one trick, I guess some advice that we're giving is to be proactive rather than reactive, and it will keep your marriage on a steady pace. You're not going up and down and arguing and fighting over nonsense, because it could be something so small that you're bickering over, all because of being reactive. Just be something so small that can just cause you to tip over the iceberg.
Yeah, then after that too, like say you do have a different personalities, where one person is, I don't want to talk about it right now, or the other person I want to talk about it later. One tactic that I recommend, or you can try this. The person that needs the reaction time now, because most of the time those people like they have certain points that they want to like say immediately, and they really feel it's like it's tied to their core, it's emotional. So what you should do is write those like maybe 2 or 3 points down, right? 2 or 3 points. And then once you write the 2 or 3 points down, like for later for that spouse that wants to wait, like, okay, cool. These are the points that I'm thinking of right now, but don't just be like negative with it. So I say, be like, nice about it, or just ask God to give you, like some guidance on guide your words. Because when you like say you writing down words in the heat of the moment while you're angry about something, you might end up causing a future argument. So just like be tactful of what you're writing, pray on it. As a matter of fact, I wanted to say this in Sunday school today, I didn't get a chance to say it, but get a scripture, like a particular scripture, like so you can say, hey, look, I know I love my husband, I love him, or I love my wife, but these things are important to me, and I really would like them to acknowledge this, like, this particular thing that I'm angry about at the time. Now, I know they can't talk about it right now, but for later down the road, so I won't forget, here's the 2 or 3 things that I would like to address so it won't blow up later down the road. So, yes, that's another thing you can do, too.
Cool.
I feel like the air is not on.
I know it is kind of hot in here. Let me go turn it down.
Yes, it's not feeling good at all. Sorry about that, folks, but our house is hot.
You have menopause.
But only that, though, we just drank some coffee in the afternoon. So, but even before I drank the coffee, it was hot.
Well, you have menopause.
Yeah, okay.
You going through right now. You having a hot flash. Hot flash. All right, he can use a Diddy oil too. He can. You know what? It may work.
Look. You see this? They noticed something about you. Diddy Will Smith. He said, "I see Ashley trying not to get off topic."
And that's why. You know what?
Don't even tell her what you're doing. Just continue.
I'm staying focused. I'm staying focused because our topic is not about Diddy oil today.
It might spill out. As I said, I like Diddy oil stiffer. He's a funny guy. I like him. He's cool.
How you know Diddy Austin is not a female?
I don't know what he is. It could be a robot for all I know.
Bot.
It could be.
Tell your nar. What's nar? Tell your nar. Oh.
Tell your husband to use Diddy oil. Okay. I got natural oil, baby. I don't need Diddy oil. I got natural oil. It's oozing from my skin right now.
It sure is.
I got natural oil.
Let me get a little bit of that.
As a matter of fact, I need to squeeze it. Until a bottle start selling it. It's more. It'd be more expensive than Diddy oil. It'd be way more expensive.
To all our Facebook and YouTube viewers,
call it Jimmy oil. Jimmy oil.
We have a friend on TikTok that likes to, talk to us. So we just talking to him too. He's telling us that about Diddy oil. He's trying to sell it to us. And so we haven't bought any, but he thinks that it's the best thing ever. Like you can cure all things.
Oh no, it's clearly playing around.
I know that. I'm just teasing
haven't
him.
Bought any. Oh.
I know he's just playing with us. We appreciate it. But our topic today, before we get into our real topic, because our real topic is about segregation or not. Any updates or anything that we need to let me say this. I do want to say this. We have our shirts on today. Green Rose Fiscal Solutions, as you can see, LLC. It's our business. And so we are a financial, what are we?
Financial services. Baby.
Oh.
Did he all get it? Did he also get into you, huh?
No, financial services. So life, health, car insurance, auto insurance.
No, financial services, health and life insurance.
What he said.
That's
what he said.
Say your product right.
I'm trying, but the main thing I'm focusing on is Medicare. And so what I think I'm going to start doing is because, like you all, I'm a nurse, but I no longer practice. I love helping people. I love serving people. That's just who I am. Like, I used to go to work and say, you know what? It didn't even feel like work to me. It was like I was volunteering. The only reason why work felt like work is because of the, politics behind it. Other than that, helping people is like a normal thing. So I've changed my path, and I'm still using my gift of serving, but now I am serving the seniors, ages 65 and above. I'm serving them by educating them on what Medicare offers them, because many of the seniors are on these Medicare plans and they just have maybe original Medicare Part A and Part B, but they still have a high copay if they get like hospitalized.
Well, they just really don't know what they have.
They really don't. They don't even know what they have. So I'm not going to go into detail on that, but that's why we're wearing these shirts. I am promoting. If you have any grandparents, any parents, anybody in Texas that's age 65 and above, just reach out to me and
Medicare services and
Medicare, because everybody that turns 65, they get Medicare, but they don't know really what it is, and the different options and benefits that they can have if somebody did educate them. My consultation is free of charge. I don't charge. Nobody should be charging you, really. It's illegal. I won't call you. You have to call me. You'll never see me on the corner putting up signs because I can't do that. Nobody should be calling you about Medicare, and that's illegal too. So I just want to make sure I threw that out there. Would you like to make a spill on anything before we?
Yeah. So basically, my wife is doing is like, make sure you're not overpaying as well, or she can save some money as too. Because sometimes with Medicare, people have like additional coverages that you're overpaying for, and then Social Security is paying for the bulk of it. But imagine if you could pay a lesser price if you have the proper medical plan for you, where you can get some of your that Social Security payments back into your pocket. So, honestly, you don't feel it at all as far as a person that has Medicare, like, because automatically your Social Security is going to be paying for the majority of your services.
As long as you work 10 years.
As long as you work 10 years. Yeah, you have to be at least 10 years. But so you're not even feeling it. But guess what? You'll feel it if my wife can find you a better Medicare package for you, to where it's like you're still getting your same services, but you get more money back in your pocket out of your Social Security. So that's,
and just so you know, I don't work for one. I'm not a captive to one insurance agency. I work for all the big insurance companies. And so therefore, it's not like that the insurance company is paying me. So I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm educating you, trying to help you more so, because all the insurance companies pay the same. And so I just want to make sure I put, your loved one on a plan that best meets their needs.
What we could do, I think we should have like invitation, or what's it called? on Facebook where you can have like invite people to
A
come
webinar.
webinar, I guess, and you can just kind of like talk about it, more in detail. Right now I'm not going to go into detail of it. It's kind of giving you like the snippet, but basically you can go over like what you do. It's a little
I
bit more
can do
detail.
that. I could start doing some educational seminars and like inviting people that would like to know more about it. And like I said, it's free of charge. All I have to be able to do is really see what you have right now, and then I'll do apples to apple comparison to what I can offer you versus what you may have. And if it's better, then let's go ahead and do it. Move you over. But if not, hey, stay where you are.
And some people actually might need to have additional coverage too.
Yeah,
So
open enrollment is annual enrollment starts October the 15th. But I could start looking probably October the 1st, because right now for 2026, the insurance companies, they don't have their rates out just yet. So I can't give you accurate numbers until probably October. But at least I can give you information. I can give you some information, but not exact numbers.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about our topic a little bit more. Today it's going to be more of a political aspect of it. It's not about Democrat or Republican, but it's about segregation or no segregation. Tell us, why do we want to talk about this the topic of segregation? I mean, that was back in the '60s, but
You would have thought we were done with that.
'50s, '60s, well, actually 1900s to 1960s.
Like seriously, I don't even know what I was doing. I was watching something and it said a white only community is trying to move to Arkansas. No, Missouri. They already started in Arkansas. Ozark Mountain, Arkansas. There is a white only community, and it's so for real. Like they said, no blacks, no Jews, and what else? Gays. No gays. And so I was like, wow. But my thought was this: okay, if they want to segregate and say no blacks, no Jews, and no gays, well, what if we as African American had our own community? What would that look like?
I think it'd still be kind of tough to have. I mean, even for them, they have a community right now, but it's only a matter of time before the government shuts that down. I truly believe, because they're not going to allow you to have. You can try as much as you might. I think they said on the video we watched is that they have it as a some type of privatization type of clause where it's not a community, it's like a membership or something. It's
and they say based. People around the world are paying to be a part of this group. So that's like, wow.
So basically, in order to move to this community, you have to actually be a member. Of the group first in Ozark Mountains, Arkansas. And so that's how they're trying to it's just a membership that you have to be a part of. And then even I think either the governor or district attorney of Arkansas said, there should never be a world where segregation is even possible, or the free society, there should be no such thing as segregation. So honestly, I think the government is going to, is going to attack them. And then plus you're going to have, zealous civil rights activists just to try to overturn it. I truly believe that.
But I don't think so. We're in 2025. If my thought is, somebody had mentioned to me a great point, and I really believe I agree with them. Like I said, you know what? If they want to have their own community, then we can have our own community. And I said that way we can support each other. We have athletes, we have businessmen, we have doctors, lawyers, everybody. Like we will all support each other. We wouldn't have a choice.
But I think you're thinking, well, when people do that though, I think they're doing it on a micro scale, because like you don't think of it as terms of black and white. Our world is a lot bigger than black and white. We have Latinos, we have Asians, we have Muslims, we have Hindus, Indians. We have all types of cultures.
But they only said blacks, Jews, and gays are not allowed. They're letting everybody else in there except for black, Jews. Yes, they are. They said if you're black, you're Jew, and gay, you can't come in.
That's what they said. But they said this is a white only town. That's what the reporter asked them. So this is.
So why did they only put 3 groups that can't come in?
Because that's what when they say blacks, they mean they want only white people.
They should. Why did they say blacks?
Because that's what they're racist against. They don't like black people. They only say the ones they really don't want. But at the end of the day, they only want. He said, "I want. This is a white society. We control who our neighbors are. We want."
And this is really true, guys. This is in Ozark Mountains, Arkansas, and it's really true. You can look it up.
And they're trying to
spread it to Missouri next.
So when it comes to back in the 60s, whatever, segregation, when it comes to when it was segregated, the problem with it it was a problem, but the problem with it was they said it's supposed to be separate but equal,
Mm-hmm.
right? But unfortunately, a lot of the times it never was really equal for minorities.
But do you think in 2025 it will be equal?
Separate.
Can it be separate but equal in 2025? Can it be? Because I say that because now the resources that all races have are the same. Like we have the same resources, if not more.
I mean, we have resources.
When I say everybody, I'm talking about Hispanics. I'm talking about blacks. I'm talking about Indians, Asians. I'm talking about everybody.
I say we have a little bit more resources, but at the end of the day, minorities don't really control a lot of banks. Minorities don't really control a lot of major industry.
We do. Yes, we do. When I say that,
how many minority-owned black banks?
I didn't say own the business, but we drive the money. Like we drive the sports industry. We drive the what else? We drive food industry. We eat out all the time.
That's the point. We drive, but we don't own it. So when you don't own it, when you don't own it, that's the problem. When you don't own it, you have a lot of things. It's like cool, So if you want to do black only, it's like just like that's the problem with African American HBCUs, right? So all the talent goes to PWIs. That's predominantly white institutions. Basically, that's what PWI stands for. So the thing is, all the athletes always ask them, why don't you go to a HBCU? Well, the money is not there. Everybody support the money comes out of the PWI. So I'm gonna go here where I can get a full scholarship. And now because of the they're getting paid now. It's like, why would I go to HBC? They don't get paid there. They're getting paid at the PWIs. I'm gonna go where the money's at. So it's the same. I think the same type of problem would be with if just minority owned town and all that stuff. Because we're gonna go our talent's gonna go where money is. That's just what it is. I don't care what industry, just like a job or whatever. It's like, well, I want to go where I can get paid. The black town, they don't pay this much. But if I work for a white institution, even though I don't own it, I get paid that much. And that's the problem. And they can fire you, they can lay you off, they give you a lot of problems.
But you're getting off topic. The topic is to segregate or not to segregate. I was trying to say that
is on topic.
I heard an individual say that they wouldn't want to be around all black people. Because
and that's a black person saying
a black person saying that they wouldn't want to be around all black people because some black people are a little bit more hood than others, and I get that. They said they'd rather be around Christians.
So this is the thing, though. I think she didn't look at it as a full, just like the white people in the Arkansas, the Ozark Mountains.
I don't think they want to be around all white people either. I think it's a type of white people.
No, so they do want to be all around white people, but they're not going to let some low class white person like a criminal hood or trailer park go into their community. They're going to say no. They want you to have a certain status about yourself. So of course, if you had a black community, you're only thinking about you're not going to let the riffraff in. You're going to let people that have a sound mind and they can have. It's a membership, so it has this membership base.
I think they're brainwashing those people because that woman said that they can go do it. They can find their own communities. That you remember that woman at the interview?
Yeah,
she's like they can go find their own communities. And I think they're brainwashed because I'm like,
brainwashed?
How do you think like that? We're in 2025. How do you still think like that?
How do you still think like that?
How do you still think to say they can go find their own
racism is gonna be with us until Jesus comes back. No, and it's not just black and white, it's they
can go find their own. I think they're brainwashed.
I don't think they're brainwashed. I just think that they were just born with that. They wanted that. They grew up.
But these are people that are like 30 and 40. These not even old people. These are young people.
They're not brainwashed. They watch TV and they know what they like. And just like you go to some African. If you go to Africa, right? It's majority black. And I'm pretty sure that they would prefer that they just want to be around their own people.
No, I think if a white person came over to Africa, they wouldn't be like, this is a black only area. You cannot come over here. They would not say that.
Yeah, they probably would. You haven't been around. You haven't been to Africa like in China.
Africans are not racist.
Like in China, right? China and Japan. Like if you go to
Japan, they would definitely not do that in Japan.
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
No, they're not racist in Japan.
Okay, so right in Japan, right? All right. They have they have not white, but they have Japanese only bars. Like you cannot be a foreigner. You can't be white. You can't be black. You have to be Japanese. Like from Japan in order to get into that. Say in China too, they have places where only their people can go.
So where'd you learn this information? because you got to go to the
No,
source.
I mean they had people out there talking about it. Yes, this is right. You know, I mean it had black people in Japan. They had black people in Japan and
Hey,
China.
Trevor.
They had black people in Japan and China that say, hey, we can't go to these clubs or bars or these hotels or these certain businesses because and it says it right there. It said they told me like there's some other bars we can go to, but not here because this is only for the countrymen of Japan or the countrymen of China. So racism is all over the world. I don't care what and it's just what it is.
Okay.
It's gonna be there.
Well,
It's
there,
segregated.
but
Segregation
the question, our topic is segregation. To segregate or not? What is your opinion on that? Like you said, you don't think it's going to work, but do you feel like we should? No, I'm not saying about do you feel it's going to work. What are your thoughts on should we be segregated? Like, what are your thoughts? Should we have our own communities or should we all be together? What's your thoughts?
With as much as I would love to say, we could just be segregated and black people do this, the white people do that.
I'm not saying what's right. I'm not saying what you would love. I'm saying what are your thoughts?
I'm telling you, as much as I love to say that, I don't think it will work. So I think we're going to always be integrated. And plus, I think it's good to be.
Trevor, we did talk about your topic. He said, "Did you guys ever talk about his topic?" Trevor, your topic are we happy with having children, right? And we did have that discussion the very next week. You might have missed it.
Yeah, we did have that topic, Trevor. But I think it's not. I think it's good to learn about other cultures. I wouldn't want to just be. I mean, I would want to live among my own people. But I don't want to be like so abstract to where it's like I couldn't go to another culture, another side of town, or another business just to absorb other. Think about it, if the world, say if it was a perfect world, a perfectly segregated world, right? That means that you would never eat Chinese food. I would never eat Chinese food. We'll never try Italian food. It never has to be like all the different foods and styles and flavors that we know. We certainly we don't know. We wouldn't even try it. The music that we listen to is integrated with Spanish, it's country, blue, all that different cultures, Indian. That's all like it's influenced. So cultures mixing and understanding, learning about each other is helpful. So I don't believe in segregation. I believe that integration is good for us. Although I still want to be around my people the most, I still enjoy talking to other cultures. I like talking to Indians. I like talking to white people. I like talking to.
Thank you, Trevor, for the roses.
I like talking to different cultures so I can understand their point of view.
Yay, Trevor, thank you.
Yeah, so I can understand their point of view, and then after that, as somebody a believer of God, of course spreading the gospel, but still even outside that's one thing. But just to learn from another culture, that's cool too though. So yeah, I don't believe segregation should, I wouldn't want that. No, I wouldn't want that. There's so many diverse peoples out there you can learn from. And then after that, you can take something possibly from their culture, math or science, whatever, and bring it to your culture, and it can teach you something, and we can teach them something. So no.
And I'm with my this person I spoke with. I'm not going to mention their name, but I kind of agree with them. Like it would be nice to have a community where everybody in my faith lives together, like all Christians live together. That would be great. But at the same time, I think about it. Well, the Bible says, I believe that once saved, always saved, right? So who am I to say who's a Christian, who's not? So how would you?
But that's the thing, though. So so think about this. Even in that world, what that person said, they rather have a community that's full of Christians, right? Well, the point of being a Christian or being a believer of Christ is to go out and convert.
Right. You can't be segregated.
So basically, say if everybody is a Christian, then how can you ever fulfill the Great Commission?
Yep, that's true.
That's true. It's like hey, we're already Christians, so there's no need. We always just gonna do His work. Like no, it's not gonna ever be a perfect world like that, guys.
So what if it was like you have your different communities? You have your Black, your white, Hispanic, Asian, Jew, whatever.
No, but
you can all they're separate, but we could all come together and appreciate each other's culture and differences. What if it's something like that? We live separate, but we could all come together and appreciate the differences, how God made each of us.
It's kind of like that. It's in a sense now, but at the same time, though, I still wouldn't like that because, like, I don't want to be like, okay, cool. I'm just only can live in the black community. Say if this other community says, "Oh, I like this particular house or that style of houses," or I like the food that they have. I want to live over there. That's I mean, I like my people, but I just like this area better, or this certain areas geographically physically better than others. For us, the view, the water, the environment. Like, oh, this area over here, the air is fresher than the area I
it's not
live.
as humid as
Yeah,
here, you know.
or maybe it's so hot in my area, but in this area it's cooler. Yeah, I want to live over here. So it's never going to be cookie cutter to where it's like, okay. And then I mean, and also too, like getting back to the Japanese and black, a lot of black people like anime a lot. Like it's a whole like.
Can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
How we talk about segregation and get on anime?
No, because I'm saying if we were segregated, black people wouldn't even like enjoy anime. Like a lot of money would be lost to that culture to Japan if black people were just segregated. Everything was 100 cookie cutter segregated. We had our culture, which does not involve anime originally. We can make our own cartoons, but I'm saying it's segregated. So I'm saying a lot of things would be lost, And after that, say it was perfectly cookie cutter segregated, they wouldn't have our black music. A lot of cultures listen to our black music that we create. A lot of cultures watch our black entertainment, like you said, sports, our comedians, our actors. A lot of cultures like our actors. They do, and we also too we like a lot of white actors too. We like a lot of white actors, like as well. But also speaking of segregation, a little topic that's kind of on topic but indirect. A celebrity that recently passed away this week, wrestler Hulk Hogan. There's a lot of controversy in his death. That's for you guys who don't know, Hulk Hogan is a famous wrestler, American wrestler. He's been doing it since the 80s, I think. I used to like Hulk Hogan back in the day, before I knew that he had his views about black people, unfortunately. But then when that came out, he called us N-words and all that stuff. So a lot of black people like kind of turned against him because they, and after that, he did some other things too. Like he had a black publicist at one time, and he fired her and replaced her with a white publicist. And so he used to a lot of things like in his life that kind of like showed that he probably would agree with segregation. Like he probably would like want to move to this society as far as Arkansas. This maybe he would like to do that because he didn't like black people. So the thing is, when he passed away, a lot of black people had to saying good riddance, like you didn't die soon enough. So, from your opinion, what do you think about that viewpoint? People like celebrating his death for as like good riddance instead of celebrating himself like he might be going to heaven and all that. So some people like really like yes, I'm glad that that white cracker dead, whatever. So,
in my opinion, I didn't follow Hulk Hogan. I don't know anything about the man, but
well, you don't know anything about him, but just with a little bit you heard, he was a pro wrestler that he like black people, white people, Spanish people. He was a very popular wrestler, and to the point back in like mid 2000s, a recording came out about how he didn't like black people, and it was really bad publicity for him, and his fame.
And you know what? People have to be careful when they hear stuff on the TV, on the radio, anything, because they do sound bites, and we don't know really what he said. It could have been
no, babe. No, it's not. That's not. Yes, it's a whole recording. You can listen to it right now. It was a recording. It's not even a sound
like black
bite.
People?
Yeah, he didn't call black. He called it straight up N words. He said he don't want his daughter. He's like, I hate it right now that my daughter's dating a N word. I can't stand those folks. I don't like them. It's not. It was not a soundbite. He actually said these things, and he did think. And once that came out, he did things like.
Oh, Trevor said, "I'm done donating. I'm not even getting a thank you." How do we thank you, Trevor? I'm sorry. Thank you.
She did. Okay, so
we really don't even know how to work TikTok. So if you could tell us how we say thank you,
we'll have to look at it. So, but thank you though, Trevor. So
Trevor, thank you for the hat and mustache, but we don't even know how to say thank you. He said he's done donating. Well,
thank you for the donations, Trevor. Sorry about that. So, we definitely want you to follow us. So we're still learning TikTok. So when
I'm gonna have to ask my son, how do we say thank you? It says thanks right here. Do we think we click that button right there?
Say thanks. I guess press that.
Set up a new goal. Oh no, we don't want to do that.
What's that?
Edit your live goal.
No, right now, Trevor, we're gonna say thank you for the donations. We don't understand the donations as of yet. I don't know if that's a monetary donation or so.
Yes, set up a new one. We don't even know how to set up a new one. Set up a new.
We got to watch a YouTube video on how to
I'm gonna have to
work
ask my
TikTok,
son how to do it. Trevor,
or
how?
watch YouTube.
Trevor, what year were you born? Because maybe because we're a little bit older, we don't know how to use TikTok yet.
Or maybe that's a next topic too about can millennials use TikTok?
Set up a new goal.
Set up a
Okay.
new okay.
Well, I'm gonna have to ask my son how to set up a new
and
goal.
we have to watch YouTube
and watch YouTube because I don't.
We don't know how to use
We
TikTok
don't.
at
The
all.
only thing that I know how to do is go live on TikTok, and so I learned how to post some videos as well. But really, I know how to work Facebook. Well, we do because I was born in '85. He was born in what year?
'82.
So our generation, we are Facebookers, you know. So TikTok is for the younger generation.
Some old people probably could use it too.
Well,
that's into TikTok. I'm not gonna say all like people our age don't know how to use it.
Well, I'm gonna have my son come teach us how to what do you say? Do set up a new goal. But we really appreciate it, Trevor. Whichever gift you gave us, we don't even know how to see the gifts. But thank you anyway. We're very grateful.
Yeah, you know what? That's gonna be our homework. We're gonna learn how to use it, Trevor. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. And yeah, definitely, we will. We're just gonna learn about the gifts and how to set up a new goal and the donations. We appreciate that, though. We really do. Mm-hmm. So,
because we have these, we talk about these topics not for. We do enjoy being online, but we really, our marriage. We like to see successful marriages, and so that's what we come online to do. And honestly, you know, when people send us stuff, we don't know. I mean,
well, no, it's just like this is virtual, so we don't know yet. So TikTok is a completely different animal that we're learning. But so please take no offense about what we're doing.
Because he's sending us stuff. It says a friendship necklace. He sent Hi Bear and sent Rosa.
Yeah, we definitely have to watch YouTube and find out what all this stuff means.
Yes.
But hey, another Trevor, if you can do a favor for us as well, you get more people to help subscribe to us to get us to watch whatever. That'd be cool too, because we're really trying to help people as well. But thank you for everything that you're doing and sending, and God bless you for that too. And so yeah, and so God bless you. But going back to my Facebook post up here, you know, so yeah, so Hulk Hogan, he said these things, and people are having like like some black people that like they're happy that he did. You know, do you agree with that philosophy as far as like, hey, since he believed like, later on in his life it was discovered that he didn't like black people. Like, you know, should we celebrate? Like, yeah, he dead. Should have died sooner, or wish he could, like, you know, maybe we should forgive him and hopefully he.
I don't know if I'm the right person to ask that question to because of my beliefs as a Christian. I can't judge whether a person, you know, where they're going, heaven or hell. I have no clue.
And so heaven and hell.
I know that. Like, well, I don't wish anything bad on anyone, so I may not be the best person to ask that to, but to I mean, I don't know. I can't say. What do you say?
Yo, why I say this? It's an old saying that I think most parents tell their children, especially grandmas, if you don't have nothing to say, if you don't have anything to say nice, then don't say it at all. So you have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And so basically, but honestly, for my opinion, I don't think people should stick to the high road. Stick to the high road. So just because somebody did not like you or they had some bad view, like
Michelle Obama, she said, when they go low, we go high. I like that.
Well, we can say that, but yeah.
Yeah, Michelle Obama, I'm gonna quote her. She said, when they go low, we go high. Didn't you like that quote from Michelle Obama?
It's what it is. What it is.
Oh, please.
But, anyway,
all
so
right, here we go.
But you stick to the high word. You know, so the thing is,
when they go low, we go high.
You always you want to be remembered as a person that has integrity and is also a forgiving person as well. I know some things can hurt us, you know, and it's tough. But say if they didn't hurt us like directly, they said some things and they don't even know you. It's not like they said to you or physically hurt you. Then it's definitely like no reason for you like to celebrate their death or celebrate their downfall. That means you're like you might have some evil in your heart that you might want to get rid of, because the thing is the things that you say, the things that you do, and you think. God's gonna judge you by those same things. So you want to get better at that, like who, especially somebody you never even met. He's a celebrity, right? He doesn't know you personally. You don't know him personally. Although he said those things, you know what? If that's his belief, that's his belief. I'm still gonna be a good person and follow Christ and do what I'm supposed to do, and I'm gonna protect myself as needed. But I'm not gonna like celebrate his downfall. That's really how it should be looked at. Um, I don't have to agree with him or like him or anything like that, but I'm not gonna celebrate anybody's downfall, even if they were the most evil person in the world. Or so-called racist, whatever. So that's my viewpoint on that. As far as like Hulk Hogan, he passed away at one point. I know as a child growing up, I loved actually. Yeah, my guy was Hulk Hogan, and my brother, because me and my brother used to watch wrestling all the time. His guy was Ultimate Warrior. So Brandon, if you watch this, I remember you used to love being Ultimate Warrior. We would play a fake wrestler, and I'd be Hulk Hogan. And that's I mean, can you imagine that? If we were segregated, I couldn't pretend to be Hulk Hogan, who was a white guy, and then my brother, he couldn't pretend to be Ultimate Warrior, who's also a white guy. So these things will all be separated. But the thing is, I don't think we're meant to be segregated. I think we're meant to be together and enjoy one another. Black, white, Spanish, Indian, Asian, all cultures, mesh and just learn from each other. People love each other, they do. So you can really learn from a lot of other cultures. And honestly, you shouldn't look down on any other cultures. It's just what it is. Like you might have a bad experience. I don't care if you have a bad experience like with 100 people. Everybody in that culture is not the same. You know, I even one time I was in college. I tell my wife this story all the time. I don't know how this happened. Like but I was in college. There was a guy. He was a redneck, straight up racist redneck. But somehow, some way, he became my best friend. And he stopped he opened his eyes to like black people. Like he looked at it a different way when he met me. He's like, oh, black people are not what I thought they were. And sometimes it might take that. The way you live your life and how you react to people can show like well, he's not like all the other black people I thought, and it makes me open my eyes to like you know, like maybe my thinking was wrong, and so I became my best friend. So you just never know. So I don't think don't celebrate somebody's downfall just because they say some things that was generalized. Hulk Hogan, unfortunately, he didn't know he was being recorded at that time. But yeah, I mean, just I'll go ahead. Michelle Obama said,
What? Go ahead. What did she say?
"No, say you said,
oh, when they go low, we go high.
So go ahead, go high."
Yep, that's what she said. So anyway, I think we have exhausted both topics.
And I want to say, Trevor, if you're listening, you're still watching. Thank you so much for all the gifts. We're gonna find out how to reciprocate that, virtually on TikTok. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you, and then also too, you are fave. I mean, you're one fave. Thank you for coming, and thank you for this engagement. Although you're doing the comment, hey, you guys are consistent. That's what I like about you guys are consistent. Trollers. I like that. I like that. You don't have to be on here consistently trolling. So yeah, the DD oil. No, it's called Jimmy Oil. It's Jimmy Oil. Jimmy Oil. And then other guy, Diddy Oil, Jimmy Oil.
It's Diddy Oil.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's
Diddy Oil Cipher. Thank you for your trolling, because the thing is, it's like you guys are like dedicated. Thank you so much. And so yeah, so it's Jimmy Oil. Jimmy Oil. That's what I'm selling. It's called Jimmy Oil. That because it's coming straight from the bicep.
Y'all see this bicep?
Straight from the
look
bicep.
at that! Look at that!
I could barely get on screen.
Yeah, I can rub it. You can't. Ooh, pop high, pop high.
Yeah, so yeah, get some Jimmy bicep oil.
Yep, it'll make your biceps big. Diddy oil. It'll make them big. Diddy oil, and you are favored.
Yeah. So yeah.
So we get ready to have a great, fantastic week. Thank you all again for coming on. Remember, guys that are married. Be proactive, not reactive.
All right.
All right. Are we checking out?
Yeah. Proactive but reactive.
Not reactive.
Yeah, that's what you said. Be proactive, not reactive.
Yes. You don't want to be reactive. You want to take care of things before it happens.
All right. Cool. Then you guys have a blessed week coming up. It's the end of the month. It's so talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I heard you say that you got some donations. Let's see how much you got.
Oh, he gave us. Is that what he donated us? $1.10?
Yes, that is good. Because the gifts are like small, but like, yeah.
Oh, well, let me send him a heart. Send Trevor a heart.
Say thank you.
Oh, someone's calling me.
They say thank you for the donations, babe.
Message request sent. Oh, got the in stream on this one.
So they made $1.10.